Like, there's a lot of fish in the sea, but that's my fish. So don't touch my fish or I'll burn your ass with grease. Hey, what's up? What's going on, everybody? You've now tuned into my Love and Hip Hop ATL recap. Guys, make sure you subscribe if you haven't yet done so. Share this video wherever you like to share videos. Okay, you know what I'm saying? And don't forget to check out my other channel, Samore Love Real TV, because that's where I have my Empire recaps. Okay, we also got our Real Housewives of Atlanta recaps over there, but that one's almost done. I think we only got like 2 more episodes because those are the finales. Okay, but we definitely got our Empire recaps over there. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about it. Oh, no, before we do, let's talk about our shout-out. So I have shout-outs to 2 people. Somebody was like, why you guys doing reviews without Jocelyn? Where's the loyalty? Like, really, though? Of course we're going to do reviews without Jocelyn. Like, who is Jocelyn? Like, Jocelyn didn't make the show. I mean, she was okay, but after a while, like, she just got played out, and I just felt like she was doing the absolute most, and she just became like predictable after a while. Like, you already knew what she was gonna do, and then she tried to change up her image and not be the crazy one, and Tommy became the crazy one, so she was pretty much obsolete after that. I mean, we didn't really need her, you know what I'm saying? Then Miranda Ann said, LMAO, your review is on point with all the characters. Sierra does look like she got something done with her face. Erica did look way too thirsty with Tommy, etc. Your comments are killing me, and big ups to Tokyo Vanity. Right? Yes, big ups to Tokyo Vanity for sure. I'm definitely feeling her right now. And so Mimi, she was trying to step in with Stevie J and the whole Estelita situation, and I guess try to get to his conscience because, you know, that's her homegirl, kind of, sort of, and that's her baby father, so she felt like she should say something. But, I mean, I don't feel like what she's saying really mattered too much. He was just like, pretty much whatever they do, whatever his artists do, he gets 30%. Because before that, they had 0% of nothing. Okay, so yeah, whatever they do, he put them out there. He put them on his bus, so they got to pay him. Even if they put up an Instagram post and they getting money from that, he getting 30%. I'm like, well, damn. You know, he just sitting back and getting that residual income, like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, Stevie, I see you. You know what type of contracts you doing. Jessica Dime, well, I guess he's getting it with people that don't have the money to get lawyers. That's where he's winning at, because most people, I don't think they would sign the types of contracts he gives them. But then again, I mean, they are getting their music out there and they are on a show, and it's most likely because of him, because I mean, we all know Mimi through him. If it wasn't for him, there would be no Mimi. You know what I'm saying? So it makes sense. I see what they say, but see, Mimi, she made sure she showed him that she can make it on her own. Like, she don't need him to necessarily have a storyline. She don't need him to do well, because she was making a lot of money, you know, from that curtain shower rod thing. You know what I'm saying? She made sure she did what she got to do to get them checks in without having to say, oh, it was him who gave this money to me or made me get this money. No, she made it on her own. All right, so Jessica Dime, last week, remember, she wasn't drinking or whatever, so she thinks she's pregnant, which, of course, that's why most people don't drink, is when they think that they're pregnant. So it seems like that's pretty much what happened. She took the test and it came out that she's positive, she's pregnant. So, you know, her and Shawn, they pretty happy about it. He's trying to get back into his thing, into working the NBA, or, you know, at least basketball or something, and getting that money in, because, you know, he got to support that lifestyle for her as well, and you know, keep up everything. Plus, they about to have a baby, so that's even more things. And, you know, she gonna want a big wedding. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have a lot of sponsors, especially if they do it as a special, like how Kim Kardashian and, you know, Remy Ma and all of them did. Then they're probably gonna get a good chunk of that off. But yeah, Erica and Estelita, they teamed up now and they meet up with Spice, and Estelita's trying to get some like advice or whatever. She feels like Spice doesn't really judge people. She did tell them that she slept with Stevie, and they like, well, hot diggity damn. And she said that now it's kind of like it's hard to split between the two of business and personal, and that's where she kind of messed up, as like he be calling her like at 3 o'clock in the morning, which is not business hours. It's almost like he feels like just because he gave her that D, you know, that big D, that he feels like, okay, so now I own you. And she's like, she wants to get out of that. So Spice did say that if anything, she would definitely help her. She got to put her foot down and say exactly what it is that she wants, and kind of just, you know what, boss up and show him that you mean business. Because if you play around with these men, they're going to think that you playing with them, and they're going to keep on doing what they doing because they feel like you're not worth nothing. You don't even value yourself. You don't know your worth, so how you going to expect them to value you? You know what I mean? And that's exactly what's happening there. Spice was like, have you ever walked to school for miles without any shoes on? And she was like, you know, that's what she had to go through, which is why she worked so hard to get to the place where she's at, and nobody can take that from her. And just the same way how she said that Estelita, she's been through a lot herself. I mean, she did reveal some things to us, and now she revealed a little bit more. And, you know, she has been through a terrible ordeal, maybe comparable or even greater than some of the other ladies. But it's just that she wasn't strong enough to kind of be on that level to where Spice is, to say, you know what, nobody's going to take advantage of me. And that's what's happening with Estelita. Like, she said she had 5 guys rape her, which, you know, that's horrendous. That's horrible. And she also said her own father used to like pimp her out or whatever, pretty much give her money in order for her to do things for her. And I remember, and she said she was 5 years old, and it's crazy because I've told the story before, but not really like just as, you know, on my channel. But something has happened to me when I was just like a little kid. And it's crazy because even though you try to suppress those thoughts, you try to suppress those things that occurred, especially if it's by a family member, you don't, it's like you almost, you can't. I don't know, maybe some people could, but I never could. I remember being that little girl, you know, and it's crazy because it never kind of goes away. But I mean, I kind of like pushed it to the back where I'm not letting that be a crutch or, oh, I'm this and that because of this. No, I don't allow that to define me, but I never forget it. Maybe that's why I try to do things for myself, and I try not to depend on other people. I mean, I almost fell into a few traps myself, but I had to make sure that I got out of those traps. So Tokyo, she was cooking up some good food for her boo thing. It looked like she was making some like stuffed peppers or whatever. I haven't had that in years. I gotta make that again. Now she got me thinking about it. And you know, I really just like how full of life she is. Her nails are just so popping. She kind of reminds me of my little sister, because my little sister has those things called snake bites. My little sister is probably like the same build like her. My sister, she loves colorful hair. I be sending her like a lot of my colorful hairs. You know, she loves that I'm a vlogger because she gets like, she reaps the benefits. And she loves them to be long or colorful or whatever. And she loves long nails, although right now she can't really wear long nails because she's a chef, so she gotta kind of pipe down a little bit. But yeah, it's funny because like when I see her, it kind of reminds me of her. And plus, like when I heard that song, That's My Best Friend, I remember she used to sing that with her best friend all the time. And I told you guys that last week, but I never knew who sung it or how the person looks. And so now we find out that she defines even more odds. Like, she's a virgin as well, which is something that is like unthought of on this freaking show. Like, it's just so many amazing things about her. She got her music. I mean, well, maybe she's a one-hit wonder, but we're not gonna say that, you know what I mean? But she can cook, you know, she's a nice, a big girl. She's not no little skinny thing, you know what I mean? Like, I like that. She's not like, oh my God, I can't eat or anything. No, she can eat as much as she wants to and not care. And I like the fact that she's a virgin, you know what I mean? And she's saving herself, or, you know, so she say. I mean, I've never been down there, but according to her, that's what we're going to run with. She's a virgin, and that's great. And she says she not trying to really be playing house and want to be expected to do all the things that a wife's supposed to do if she not nobody's wife. And, you know, I feel like she's pretty real. But I feel like she could also get mad too. I don't know who's going to piss her off, but I have a feeling somebody somewhere is going to piss her off. She was talking about her boo thing and how, you know, pretty much that's hers and she don't play that. And I'm like, yes, girl, I'm with you with that one. Sierra, she tells her boo thing that her ex-husband has a whole baby and probably another one, a whole 2-year-old and maybe a baby as well. And her boo thing, he kind of feels like he might be the rebound guy. He doesn't really know if she really and truly is doing this because she cares for him or if she's doing this just because she's no longer in a relationship and he's the first person that came along. And it's like, even hearing her talk about the whole shooter situation is like, why do you care so much? You know, if you're no longer with him, why is that something that's affecting your life? Why is that something that you're talking about? And I mean, if I would feel the same way, like, why, if you're not with this person, why is it that you're so invested in everything that they do? Why is it that you're doing so much for them? You know, clearly maybe your head is no longer in it, like he said, but your heart still seems to be in there because it's like, you seem like you're hurt by the fact that he probably got a kid. Like, what they got to do with you? You about to sign some papers. You say you don't want to be with him no more, so let him live his life and you live your life. So we did find out after that sadly shooter's 21-year-old son was murdered. I forgot what they said happened. They said something about like there was an argument or something and he ended up getting shot. But yeah, that's definitely was like a sad scene for me to see because, you know, just being a mother myself, you expect your child to kind of bury you at the end of the day hopefully when you're old and gray and not the other way around. And just, you know, having a child and being a black person as well, it's always something that you kind of got to think about, especially if you live in the hood and, you know, the odds, there's a lot of odds against you, you know, so it's sad that happened to him and, you know, definitely wish him the best in his healing. And I feel like this may bring them closer together, but from what she was saying, she tried to like, she didn't really know how to deal with it because it's like, she don't know if she's supposed to hug him, what she's supposed to do. I think she said she offered to pay for something for him, but he kind of declined. He didn't really want to. So, yeah, it's a crazy situation with something like that. Oh, I was just reading something. I got like I use my iPod to do my reviews, so I saw a message coming. I'm like, what does that say? Oh, in case anybody's wondering, these are my thermal glasses. If the light was on properly, you would see like it's so pretty. There's like, I put some Swarovski crystals on them in different colors and they are popping. Alright, so Melissa and Mimi, they're not as close as they used to be. It's kind of a lot of tension because Ty is in the picture now. So Melissa's kind of jealous and she feels like Mimi kind of fell back, doesn't really want to be cool with her because of Ty. Ty says that it's not really a problem, but Tokyo is there too. And it's funny because like in the confessional, she said like, Melissa should be lucky that Ty's not popping off because if it was her and her boo thing wanted to be or like some chick was coming up talking about, oh, that's my friend, we are friends with benefits, we done did things, but we're still gonna always be friends. Like, she said they would be lucky if they still alive. And I'm with you, girl, because I wish you would tell me something like, oh, that's somebody, that's my best friend, like, out of here. If I was a lesbian, well, if I had a girl, I should say, and my girl comes talking about oh, that's my best friend, and we done did some things and experimented, but we gonna always be friends. Not on my watch, because that means I don't trust y'all. And my boo thing could never come telling me that some chick that he done slept with is his best friend. Like, out of here. You done lost your flipping mind. We don't play that. Like, no, ever, no. I don't even like him having, like, hardly any female friends, but he has, like, maybe one or two that I'm aware of, and I still feel a little funny about that because I know how females are. Just how he knows how dudes are, you know? But anyways, so yeah, it's pretty much like that, and just kind of, you could feel that there was, like, a lot of tension, and I feel like Ty's one of those people, and Mimi kind of said it, like, Ty kind of just, like, doesn't get crazy, doesn't get loud, but by their energy, by the way that they're, like, kind of being too cool, is like, you could tell that something's not right. See, me, I could try to be cool, especially if, like, my son's around. I'll try to, like, chill out for a little bit. I'll be calm, but you're going to hear my mouth before the end of the night. And if you don't hear it by the end of the night, you're going to hear it by tomorrow. Like, it's no way, shape around it. Like, you're going to hear it. Like, because it just bothers me to the point where it's like, I can't hold something in. It's too hard for me. See, and my boo thing, on the other hand, he's more like a Ty type of person where he could be cool and laid back, and you just kind of feel that vibe, and you're like, nah, this ain't right. And I'll be the one to start talking again because I just can't. I feed off of vibes too, and it's just, I can't do it. So this Britney chick, I don't know if y'all ever seen, what was the name of the damn show? It wasn't Making the Band. I forgot the name of the show, but it was with Rick Ross and a whole bunch of other people, producers and stuff. They was looking for artists. She was on that show. She was one of the people that, she didn't really get signed, even though she probably thought she was going to get signed. Well, I guess eventually she got signed to MMG because I heard Stevie J mention it. But she was kind of like on a trial run. And the thing about it, I felt like she was thotting off herself with Rick Ross because the whole time she was like flirting for him. I think she was dancing for him. Like, he was mad giggly around her. And I'm pretty sure they done did something. I mean, I could be totally wrong because I haven't been in their bedroom, but from the vibes that I was getting, that's what I was feeling. And I felt like there was like mad grimy stuff that went down because there was one dude that he was good. And they set him up to go with some battle artists. And the battle artist ended up pretty much eating him, like taking him out. And it was messed up because I felt like that dude was real good. But they did that. They did that because, I gotta hurry up because my battery about to die. They did that because Britney was talking to him and somebody had snitched or he found out or something. So he was mad, so he made sure he got him out. So that was like real effed up, and it was pretty much because of, I felt like it was because of her. Even though she didn't say like, oh, get him out, like, it's because they had that type of relationship and because she made herself get into that type of situation with with Rick Ross. So yeah, anyways, I wasn't really feeling her from that, and now she's on this show. I'm not really feeling her too much. And Estelita and Erica, they walk in, they wasn't really feeling her. They was like having arguments or whatever, and she was talking about something. She been working hard for this for like, I think she said 7 years, and she was like, she ain't have to F nobody to get to the top. And I'm just like, and Erica's just like, that's how you know that they did. Because it's like, why you even have to bring that up? Like, who asked about that? Who said anything about that? Like, what? You know? So, of course, that caused a lot of tension, and luckily they left like before things got too crazy. I'm like, Erica, like, I thought you've elevated yourself. You know, I thought you were too refined for this. Like, no. Anyways. But yeah, that's pretty much the episode, guys. Let me know what you guys think down below. Don't forget to comment for your chance to be mentioned in my next video. Okay? Stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I will see you in the next one.